So proximal physeal and distal intercondylar fracture of humerus. So we are in humerus and we have fractures in the proximal part. There are different things here, so we can actually have a fracture that's all around, I think called the greater tubercle. So it can actually be that, and generally we can do all approaches to do that. Craniolateral shoulder joint and proximal humerus. So if you have two fragments, we use, so this is two fragments, okay?
Okay, so the fractures led to two separate pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can use pins from greater tubercle, here, like here the top, and humeral neck or proximal diaphysis. If we have young animals, we use, this is the K wires.
So C would be
In a parallel, yes, in a parallel fashion, and we have less compression, and we allow generally to have better growth. If we have animals that are close to mature, we can use lag screws.
Okay, so let's say teenagers, they'll have the lag screw.
Tension band wire, and that will give them a lot more stability than the K wires.
Okay.
So after that, if I think they have no. Okay, so if the humeral head is divided from the great tubercle, that's exactly the case here.
Okay.
We use Steinmann's pins or K wire, but care to not. But it's important to not penetrate the articular surface.
Yes.
So let's say to not go here, because that will actually
It would interfere, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's in the shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So moving on to the second part. Is that the second part of the question? Yes, the second part of the question is intercondylar fracture again of humerus.
Okay.
And
so this is the distal part of the humerus we're going to now.
yes, so
Where the elbow is.
yeah.
Okay, whereas before it was where the shoulder is.
Exactly.
So
it's the lower part, and what we have here is the important thing is that it's essential to be very accurate the reduction of articular elbow, and pointed reduction forced used across epicondyles. So what is the important thing here is that because as you can see it's a quite big articulation, we use this forceps here in order to hold everything in place.
Okay.
And this is actually what is the reduction, put everything back in place.
When you say hold everything in place, you mean the bone fragments from the fracture?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what reduction is.
Okay.
And we need to have the opposite approach. We need to be careful that the opposite and we after that we put, let's say, the screw, and we need to be careful to not go through the other side. The process is that we keep the reduction in place with that forceps that I said and transcondylar K wire, and we drill the hole directly from medial to lateral surface, and we put the K wire that. So we put the K wire, and after that we put the lag screw. This is the lag screw here.
Okay.
And after that we remove the K wire. So we don't need the K wire for more than to keep everything in place, let's say, and we just put the screw and we're done.
And like you said, the screw isn't going to go in the articular surface because it would interfere with everything. It's going sort of
it's sideways. Usually it doesn't even phase. Usually it's parallel to hold everything in place, and that's why you can see here let's say the metal forceps, they have a hole, so you can put it in there.
Oh yeah, I can see it, yeah.
So yes, this is the question.
Lovely.